Good morning, everyone. Welcome to a very rainy day here in Hamburg. It's actually 6 p.m. and a buddy of mine and we are meeting up for some dinner. And I arrived a little bit earlier. Fortunately, I'm in my smart car, so parking isn't an issue. I love this car for its size. There will be a couple of changes with my car situation in the future, which I will kind of cover pretty soon because it unfortunately involves some health issues of someone else, and therefore I'm not going to share it. But for now, I'm really happy with this car because I can basically park everywhere. But it's today's vlog is not necessarily about this car. It's actually about, I don't know, I kind of wanted to share a couple of things that are happening and that you or that we in this world that we're living in, especially if you're a freelancer, but also if you are employed, we always have to kind of deal with. There are always kind of like spontaneous changes and you have to kind of roll with the punches. I was actually booked for a 2-week job next week. Unfortunately, this client decided to kind of postpone the shoot and therefore the whole job was cancelled. And yeah, as you might be able to imagine, losing a booking pretty much short notice is always a heavy blow. Obviously, sometimes there are some things in place where if it's really short notice, I can still kind of how you call this when you kind of give them a fee, so like 20% of your discussed fee, opportunity cost. That's what I think, opportunity cost. If they kind of cancel your booking short notice, you can kind of tell your client to kind of pay some opportunity cost because you obviously could have booked a different job, but because they canceled, now you're completely out of the booking. And but for this client, A, because it's a week in advance, and B, it is a really good client. I'm not going to kind of charge them opportunity costs or any fees. But what it comes down to, you always have to deal with these kind of situations where all of the sudden a booking could be cancelled, and that if you're a freelancer, it can be a heavy blow to your financial situation. But as an employee as well, I just know from a couple of other people in the business industry where kind of whole companies are shutting down and all of those people are basically out of a job, which is terrible. So no matter if you're employed or a freelancer, you always have to kind of deal with some uncertainties and sometimes need to roll with the punches. Fortunately, so I got this message earlier today, and this afternoon I actually got a call of a company who wanted to ask if I would be able, or if they would be able to book me for 2 months pretty soon, which obviously is amazing. If that actually comes into fruition and I can kind of book that job for 2 months, I'm obviously safe, and I'm basically really relieved for this year. I mean, this year has been an up and down, basically. Film industry and the economy isn't that great. Plus this stupid legal battle that I have with this other client. It's quite annoying. So if this job would really come, and fingers crossed, I really hope that they will book me, then that would be obviously amazing. So for next week, I don't know yet. Probably I have a job, maybe, I don't know. I'm trying to stay as positive as possible, but I think that is basically the message of this vlog. You kind of need to what's the saying? Prepared for the worst. Now, expect the best, but be prepared for the worst. And that's basically how I like to kind of live my life. And yeah, you always have to be prepared, and that's why I'm always kind of advocating you need to have enough savings to kind of make sure that if anything happens, your rent is basically covered. That is so important. And yeah, this is probably a very short vlog. Let me see, yeah, 5 minutes. It's a short vlog, but I just kind of wanted to update you what's going on at the moment. And the cancellation of the job obviously gives me some opportunity to make some more videos. I hope you liked the video yesterday and days before, where I kind of tried to make them a little bit more fancier with b-roll and stuff. This is a one-take vlog. Yes, a quick little update. I can tell you, it is obviously a little bit more difficult to make these vlogs daily, especially if I want to have a lot of b-roll with them, but it's definitely a lot of fun, and I hope I can keep continuing making these vlogs the way I have been doing the last few days. And yeah, maybe check out the video from yesterday in the video up here. YouTube thinks that you like the video down here. Don't forget to like, potentially hype, and maybe click the subscribe button by clicking the button up here. I see you tomorrow. Thank you very much.